World Turns.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Queers and Soaps. I am joined by my co-host.
Eric. Hi, guys.
Today we're watching As the World Turns, November 16th to the 23rd of 1987. And let's roll the credits.
This was a week.
The sweeps were sweeping back then. The sweeps were definitely
Oh
sweeping.
my gosh.
Like,
Yes, so wait, I must say, nothing turns me on more than when I'm in a car accident. That's when I messaged you earlier. I was like, what?
what?
But we'll get into that in 6 episodes. We have a lot
Yeah,
to talk
in a
about.
moment. Yeah.
My goodness.
My God.
So I guess the cops are all confused because we're just as confused as the cops are.
Mm-hmm.
I made a list of everybody that was there that night
Yeah.
at Ruxton Hill's house.
Mm-hmm.
Possible suspects to kill James Stenbeck. Corinne,
Mm-hmm.
Monica,
Yep.
Lucinda,
Mm-hmm.
Barbara, aka Babs,
Mm-hmm.
Tonio,
Mm-hmm.
Meg,
Mm-hmm.
Emily,
Mm-hmm.
Paul, Nick, and Holden. Is there anybody I forgot? I was trying really hard to remember.
I think you're, yeah, you got. I think you got everybody.
Did I get
Actually,
everybody? All right.
yeah.
I was trying
Though
to
I
think really
wouldn't
hard.
count Nick because obvious
He was
reasons.
there.
I mean, he was there, but he was also like,
What?
he was also. Wait, I think it's in these episodes. He was also. I think he was. I think if we're to be assumed that the person that was on fire
Yeah,
running
but
out of
with the
the
last
house.
episode, how it ended, I was like, I don't know now. I'm confused. Because I
Yeah.
thought that too. Because we all know Stenbeck's alive. He comes back later. But
Mhm.
I really want to know how they retcon this,
Yeah.
in later years. Because we'll see. We'll see. All right.
We'll see.
So November 16th, 1987, Seth and Sabrina come out of the closet to Iva and Meg. We're together, blah, blah, blah.
Blah
Boring,
blah
boring,
blah
boring.
blah 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 blah.
Most boring couple ever at this point. They have nothing behind them, nothing to root for. Like, who
No,
thought
there
of
really isn't anything. Like,
No.
and I know
Bummer.
this is not in Franny's wheelhouse, but I feel like she should have fought harder for them. But I get it. I get why she didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I think she even says to, I think Sierra at some point, like, she's like, I feel like I should be mad about this, but I'm not, whatever. She said something along. I don't know. I'm
Hmm.
wondering if Julianne Moore, like you said, she might be toward the end of her run.
I think so.
So I'm wondering if she was like filming things. Because I felt the same way with Demi Moore with General Hospital. Her
Hmm.
last year, she was gone for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden came back at the end of summer of '83,
Hmm.
and she goes till '84. But because I was like, where she was missing for a while, so I'm like, maybe that's what's happening. They let them out of their contracts and let them film things. I don't know what the situation is.
Yeah.
Um, Pam runs out on Dusty and Lily because remember that she busted them the last episode.
Hmm.
Um, Holden and Antonio talk. He hires Holden to work for
Hmm.
him. Um, Holden, oh, he held back that he saw Tonio at Ruxton Hills that night.
Hmm.
So I guess in a way he's doing him a favor,
Yeah.
which I'm also like for Holden, like does he know that he didn't kill him? Because that's kind of messed up. This is where the Holden character for me is not the best person.
Hmm.
Because if Tony is a suspect, like why wouldn't you say you saw him? So you're holding things back from the police.
Hmm.
Like, do you know Tonio didn't do it? Like, what's your deal? Or you just wanted to use him to get Lucinda at some point? Like, what?
That's probably what it is too.
Which is kind of messed up because, like, he did go to the cops, but he didn't say that he saw Tonio.
Hmm.
Whatever. I still hate Holden. Can you tell?
I am team Eric here. Uh
He's he's terrible.
yeah, I am team Eric because
And
I do
he's
I
supposed to he's supposed to be a holier than thou Snyder, right?
Yeah, like I feel like, and
Whatever.
I want, and I also feel like, and I'm not talking about 93 when we were watching on Patreon, link in the description. Uh,
Join our
um,
Patreon.
but we're talking. But I'm talking more like 97, 98 around the baby switch storyline. I think that was when I started watching, and that's when and I liked Holden then.
Right.
I feel like they calmed this character down. I'm thinking maybe because of Damien, because the baby
Hmm.
switch stuff was after Damien.
Because he seems like a crazy stalker slash conspirator to murder, or what is it? What is it when you know something? Um, accomplice to murder? I forget what it's called. Because he
No,
knows Tony was there.
accessory would
Yeah,
be, I don't
I
know,
don't know. If
conspiracy
you know, leave it in the
conspiracy.
comments.
Yeah.
But he
Oh well,
knows about Tonio.
we
He
only
knows
law.
Tonio is he knows Tonio is a possible suspect, and he let Tonio get away with it for his own purposes. Holden
Hmm.
sucks in 1987, at least, and
Yes.
probably 88 because it's toward the end of the year. So I don't have much hope for him in 88. Um, Tonio tells his story to Holden. You know, he didn't do it, and blah blah blah. Um, he hate he hates Lucinda more than James. We find
Hmm.
out Tonio. And it looks like he saw Barbara. This is where I'm so confused at who saw who. Everybody saw somebody there. Like I saw you on the way out. I saw you on the way in. Like everybody was there that night, and it was really complicated.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, he saw Barbara. But he doesn't know. Nobody, I guess, saw the actual murder that we know of. I'm
Hmm.
starting to think it's Paul because I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know who else it would be. I feel like everybody else is like a red herring.
Hmm.
Lily wants to move in with Dusty already. Why not?
Yeah, sure, why
Has a
not?
nice little house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Roy calls and mentions that James is dead, so they just find out there.
Hmm.
Casey and Lila are on dealing with his crazy family. They're making their own was it I think his mom is making her a wedding cake or something, which I think is really cool. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
sweet. That'd
Yeah,
be
I
a
think that's
great
really
wedding.
good. That's so good.
We didn't. I guess the wedding was in 2 weeks. Remember we were talking about that before, and then we're like, okay, maybe it's next week. But then this week it wasn't here yet, but there's a lot of stuff going on. So I'm like,
Hmm.
okay, it's probably going to be the next week.
Yeah,
Getting
maybe
this
it'll be the next
wedding
week.
soon. We
Yeah.
hope.
Now, do they get? I wonder if they get married for Christmas. No, I don't think they do. That would have been a big thing, right?
Well, this family, do they not have jobs and school? Like, I mean, all of these kids and the family are
And
there
then, like,
from wherever.
Is Lila on leave from the hospital because of the career, because of her singing career? Like,
Probably, you're probably right with that. She probably is because she did leave. I'm
yeah.
sure they took her right back.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Um, uh, what do I? Maureen. Oh, Lila and Maureen talk. That's his Casey's mom.
Hmm.
Um, she says she's very happy with Lila. She compared her to Taylor. She's like, I don't know about that. You know, she was talking shit about Taylor, kind of.
They were.
Which
That was so funny.
it was. She was saying Lila's real people, and we like that, even though, you know, she's a significant amount older than Casey. I don't think she looks too much older. I don't know.
No,
Like,
she
what do you
doesn't.
think? Like 15 years? 10? He
So
looks
the
like,
actress is actually in her 30s, from what I understand.
oh, really? But how old is the character supposed to be?
I think the
You don't know?
character is supposed to be in her 50s.
About
I
the
think,
same.
or
Yeah,
30s or 40s.
50s?
I heard that she was quite young when she played her.
Hmm. 30s were different back then.
Yeah, hard 30s.
The hard 30s. I mean, she's beautiful, but I'm just saying, like, she looks like 40 something, easy.
Hmm.
Um, and she thanks Lila for bringing Casey's sense of humor back, as I guess for a while he was just kind of depressed and moody.
Yeah.
Um, Margot tells Hal about Casey family. He offers his place, I guess, to stay at. The cops discussed Nick possibly escaped. They don't know. The cops don't know anything in these 6 episodes.
Hmm.
Um, Emily and Paul story they don't really believe. It doesn't match up somehow, or it's too close together,
It's
and they're
too
just
close to
like, eh,
too close to
they don't
perfect.
they don't trust it. Um, Susan is mad Emily didn't tell her about James. Mm, You know, I wouldn't tell Susan either. She seems crazy. I don't know her that well yet.
Yeah,
Although I don't know her in 1987 that well, but I know her in 2000s pretty well. And she definitely got more tame in the
she did
2000s.
get more tame. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I want to know. I'm wondering what like. I mean, I have the book obviously, but like I want to know what her backstory was. Like what like who's Emily's father? Because I forgot who it was.
So
I
we
know
got to
it's
go back to the 60s and 70s then.
60s or 70s. Yeah.
Well, the reason we're not reading our books, we'll tell the audience that is that we don't want to ruin things that we're watching sometimes.
Yeah, I
So
nearly got ruined
we're
by
gonna
the
be
stuff
surprised.
that might be
We're
happening in the future.
right. Like I don't know who the killer is, so I'm excited to see. I don't know when we'll find out either. Um, Margot suspects Tonio the whole time because he just is super suspicious. You can tell he's hiding stuff. Um, she goes to question Lucinda, I think later on in that episode.
Yeah.
Meg tells Iva Tonio came back home. Iva poops on it. She's like, she just doesn't like Tonio, and I'm like, whatever, get used to it, girl. Like, whatever. The holier than thou Sniders. That's the way I look
Yeah.
at
It's like when Karen says I I bet you, and Karen, you could comment below if you're watching this. I bet you if you were watching As the World Turns in 1987, you will probably hate the Sniders too, right?
them. She probably would. Well, oh no, she might like them because I hate them. We're always usually opposite.
Well, no, because don't they kind of remind you of the Ryans in some
Um,
aspects, maybe?
Not yet. I'm too early with the Ryans, though. I don't really know them that
Okay.
well. See, she judges pretty quick. I wait and take my time and learn them, and
Oh yeah, we have plenty of time, so
right. I know,
almost a
right?
whole
I think
year.
we're in 75 in Ryan's, so I hardly know them. But these Snyders, although I mean I've known them for what 9, 11 months now, and I'm not a fan. So
And there are more coming,
yeah.
so hold on to your butts, everybody.
Uh, Lily and Dusty see John at the hospital. Holden comes in. Always the dramatic pause and the stare. Now him and Lily are giving looks at each other. He's howling at the moon and shit. Freaking weirdo.
Oh,
Basically, Susan asks about Rod. Um, Emmett is surprised she didn't know about it. John fills her in. He's still in the ICU.
hmm.
I guess the actor's filming something. He's been out for a while. Emma knows that Holden is hurt. She can tell something's going on with him. I said we need the Snyder family tree. We need you to explain that. Do you know it exactly, or we got to look into it?
I know Papa Snyder. I forgot what his name was. Is dead. So we
We'll
have
figure it out for the next
yeah,
time.
Papa Snyder
I
is
want to
dead.
know.
No,
I want to know
I
who's
know
blood
some of
and
the
who's
family
not.
trees. I can probably spout it off real quick. So Papa
All right,
Snyder says
start at
married.
the beginning. All
Papa Snyder said married to Emma. They have Holden, Iva, who's adopted. Oh my gosh,
Meg.
that's gonna spoil a few. Yeah, Seth. You know what? I'll just spoil it. There's Caleb, Ellie. There's two more coming. Caleb and Ellie.
Did we know about them, or are they surprised people?
I think they're. I don't remember them being mentioned at all in these episodes. So,
So not like the aliens in Days of Our Lives.
so
They don't just come up in front of
I
from a
think they're
machine
probably
or
retcon Sniders, but like it's the Sniders are Douglas Marlin's family, like the ones that he wrote into the show, so he can do whatever the heck he wants with them. Then I think Elizabeth is related to Henry. I mean Papa Snyder. I'm sorry, not Henry. Papa Snyder,
mm,
but not. Oh, what's her name? What's her Emma? Not Emma. I think and then there's that branch of the family with Rod, Josh.
Oh, right, right.
and his
The us,
father, but it's
the
not his father.
distant family members.
Yeah, and then there's another whole other branch that has Brad and
Uh,
Jack on it that we have yet to meet. So
all right, well, we'll get them in the
yeah,
90s.
and that's where my
um,
favorite couple comes in. Carly and
Tom
Jack.
and Margot go to Casey and Lila's. We find out that I guess like one of the kids saw Margot naked at some point, like when they
Yes.
went into the bathroom. I forget what he said, but it cracked me up. And she just looked like, oh, geez. Tonio is upset with Meg for talking to Iva. He's always upset with her and whatever.
Yeah,
I don't understand their love. Like, I'm so confused. Like
I
Meg
think
is like
they're only married for
obsessed with
convenience at this
him.
point.
Well, she says she loves him and she seems, and he's just like, nah, he don't care. But I guess he got turned off when he found out about the lie or whatever. So now he just
Yeah,
doesn't trust her and all kinds of shit. Poor Meg. I feel kind of bad for her, but I don't know if
yeah,
she's supposed to be evil. I don't know. Um, Lily get Lily gives dirty looks to Holden as he talks to Emily. Tom is positive about Margot. Um, I put what? Oh, he wants to like he tries to take her bag to the car when she's leaving, and she's
hmm
like, no, no, I'll get it. And he lays off because usually before he'd like, no, no, I'll take it, whatever.
hmm
And she just is confused by how he's acting.
yeah,
Lily and Iva talk. She goes off with Dusty. Tonio tells Meg Holden was at the place that night, and Emma goes home. Is that all I got? Oh no, I got more.
oh, we got
Holden
more.
tells Iva and Seth about the job with Tonio. Nobody's happy about it because,
Yeah, Montgomery. Yeah.
yeah, Margot, Hal, and Tom talk about Nick. Roy says um, the dead body was James, officially. Was
Officially.
it? It wasn't. I'm guessing if Nick did live out of this, then James had to plant this person. Is
Mm,
probably what the recon is somehow. I
yeah,
don't know how, but it's James. He can do whatever somehow by seducing an 18-year-old. Um,
multiple 18-year-olds.
yeah. They checked the bullets and all that stuff. Lucinda and Babs, I have there. He was shot from behind, so it's officially murder.
Mad.
Murder. November 17th. Iva and Seth are mad at Holden. Iva is on to him. Um, what? I have ripped Lucinda's heart out. Oh, that's what Holden is. Because oh yeah, that's why. Iva is on to Holden because she knew his plan already. She's like, you took the job to get back to Lucinda, blah blah
hmm
blah. And he's like, yeah, I hate her. I'm gonna rip her heart out, basically. Lucinda and Babs talk. They discuss what they said to the cops. Paul overhears them. He's all lurking around constantly.
hmm
Um, I have the cops key. They found a key on somebody, and it's traced to Oakdale Savings. I guess it's on James. They found it,
Yeah, I'm guessing
and there's
that.
a list of people that were working for James in this address book. Antonio was first on the list.
Dun dun dun.
I mean, James could have set it up, like if anything
Yeah,
happened
right.
to him, because he wasn't. I mean, he was an idiot a little bit, but he might be smart in some ways.
hmm
I think they always. I feel like they write criminals smarter after they're killed off. Like they're like, oh, he
In
planned all
hindsight,
this,
yes.
but really, he wasn't that bright. Like the way he went
No, he
about
was.
things. No. Emma comes in while Iva is yelling at Holden
hmm
and tells her, um, I guess about the situation. Lucinda says, "Who cares? Babs and Pam are okay, or Paul are okay, so it doesn't matter what happened."
Yeah.
My paw looked like Pam. I was like, wait, that ain't me. Hal comes to tell them that he was shot, or that James was shot twice in the back of the
Hmm.
head.
Mm.
Yeah, which is confusing. So I can't wait for this to come out. Um, where was
Yeah,
I?
because I guess the question I have, if I can, because I need a reminder, in that one scene, who was all was it? It was Emily, Babs, and Lucinda who were all in the room at one point, right?
Was that was that the one that when Barbara had a flashback?
No, I'm talking about the one that we saw um
Uh,
before, like in the last
so yeah,
five
Babs was in
episodes.
like the dark and she like
Mhm.
emerged from the dark as Lucinda was there. So she saw Lucinda. Lucinda didn't see her. Emily, I think, was out of there by the
Oh,
time
she was out of there. Okay.
she was supposedly, because remember, Paul and Emily's stories don't match up. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking Paul maybe lagged behind and had the gun because he has his buddy keeping secrets, which I'm confused about too, because they always fight over it about him taking the bullets out of the gun. But then he said he
You're
put
talking
the
about
bullets
Andy,
back
right?
in the gun. Yeah. Then he said he put the bullets back in the gun. So
Hmm.
I'm very confused of that
Yeah.
stuff. It's a very complicated murder mystery, but
Very
I like it.
complex. Kind of
Um,
gets the gears
something,
running in your head.
yeah. Something about go after Tonio. Paul comes in. He tells Babs that he put the bullets back in her gun. She's like, "Don't say anything about the gun. Don't say anything about the bullets. Nothing.
Mhm.
Speak. No, 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 no." Duncan and Shannon. He's all sad about Charles. He's like, "It's some kind of curse of the family. Like all of our friends betray us for
We're
our
still
pirate
on this.
money."
It's
I mean, yeah, it's like
almost
he's a
1988. There is no curse.
he's just a sad pirate. Um, and she said like, "I won't betray you, like you were betrayed, whatever."
Mhm.
I know. I feel like this has got to go somewhere because it does come in the last episode too. So whatever. Roy comes. Monty, this cat, special guest cat.
Special guest cat. Yay.
He lay down. Roy comes in with the stuff from the deposit box. I guess it's the treasures. I don't know. He asks if Tonio's name was in the address book.
Hmm.
Holden uh, goes to work. There's a secretary Eve there. Antonio is like, "Oh, Eve finds you attractive. Like you should." He basically is like, "You should bang her. Like you got to get Lily out of your system." I'm like, "Okay,
Dang.
but
Gotta take
they
one
do
for the team.
they do say that." um, you need a rebound. I guess he was trying
Yeah.
to push a limit.
I thought Pam
Whatever.
would be the rebound, but
I guess he's trying to be a friend.
yeah.
Um, Lily registered for college classes, we find out, and she tells
At
Sierra she's
where
moving
Oakdale
out.
U.
Okay, how you? I guess that's a new storyline coming soon.
Yeah, that we probably won't
Moving
see.
and moving out of Sierra's. She wants somebody with truth and honesty, and Dusty's been truthful the whole time. Blah, blah, blah. Again, holier than thou. Whatever. Typical Snyder, even though she's not
No,
embracing her Snyderness yet.
yeah, she no, she kind of is. She's getting there. She's getting there.
Margot and Tom tell Sierra there's this guy, Hoyt, was on the list of James, and I guess Hoyt was the guy that was in charge of Craig's situation. Like he went be after Craig or something. So
Yeah.
they're afraid that he went and he killed, like James set it up where he'd have Craig killed if he was still alive. All this crazy stuff.
Hmm.
I'm telling you, they talk about Craig so much, I'm confused. I'm like,
Yeah.
this has
Where
been on
is
forever.
Scott Bryce?
Where is he?
Where
And
is
when does
Scott
he
Bryce? Where
return?
in the
88?
world is Duke Scott Bryce?
Love that show.
Oh, great show.
Um, Margot goes to Tonio about Charles. His name's in the book. He says maybe he was going to do business with him and denies
Mhm.
everything. Tonio, that is.
Yeah.
Um, Margot threatens to nail him if he's lying. She's like, she just feels like it's him. Um, I almost like I trust Margot more than the other cops. They all I don't know. So I'm like, I don't think Tonio did it, but everything does point to him,
Yeah.
really. And there's not one person out of the 15 people that were there like that saw it. And Holden was at the window. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Um, he says talk to Babs. Franny and Babs talk about Paul. Um, Paul grieving. I guess because he's really not doing anything yet. He doesn't seem
Hmm.
sad about it. Um, Tom comes in. He talks to Babs about James. Lucinda comes by Sierra's. She seems happy that Dusty is with Lily.
Hmm.
Obviously, anybody's better than Holden. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree.
I agree too.
um, Sierra goes off on her, tells her about Margot, Tom, and Hoyt. Shannon brings up Meg brushing the curtains to Roy. So I know that's going to be something
Hmm.
because of what she did. I still don't understand it. Like she rushed the curtains for what? Like I'm still confused.
I don't know either.
Like how did that help James? You know, I don't know. Well, hopefully it comes out and then I'll understand this curtain thing. But remember, James was making her do it, so
Hmm.
but I don't get it. But again, maybe that was like part of another plan that James had. Because remember, he had multiple things. He had like a
He had multiple plans. One
because
that
he
involved
held Monica,
reptiles, one that involved kidnapping
right,
Lily, one that involved this and that.
right. So he had a bunch of things going. Duncan says Charles wanted to kill him to get his fortune. It's
Hmm.
the McKegney curse.
The McKinney
Um,
curse.
the Sniders toast. To I guess James' death. I don't remember what they toast for.
Hey, hey, look, I took James F too.
Ding dong, Lurch is dead.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. Butcher the witch, the wicked witch.
Wicked witch. Lucinda is, is with Ambrose, which is smart. She has her lawyer
Amber's
present,
darling, yes.
darling. Margot, what? Oh, Margot comes. She says Tonio, they're doing a bachelor party or something for. Oh, that's wait. What are they doing a bachelor? Oh, for
Casey.
Casey. Yeah. And then we see that, or we hear that Hoyt's body washed up on the beach. So he's dead. Another James person is dead.
Another James casualty.
Yeah. Holden drops, I put profits at Sierra's. I forget.
I forgot to.
Yeah. Hal talks to Babs, bullet shot from her gun, and Paul hears because Paul is lurking everywhere. That's what
Hmm.
makes me feel like it's Paul because, like, why would he be lurking all around? I feel like he's trying to not set somebody up, but make sure maybe Barbara's not blamed for it because he'll probably come clean if she is, and Emily too because he's watching out for her.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I don't know, because I feel like everybody's too obvious. Like Lucinda, I feel like too. Now, what was it? Lucinda had gone there
Hmm.
to kill him, but she had sent Tonio.
Hmm.
Remember, or she told Tonio about it, and then John found out Lucinda was going, so John was there. Then Holden, I forget why Holden was there. There was a reason, but I
I
forget.
think it has to do with Lily's kidnapping.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was so he was there, and he was gonna help Emily. He went to like get a stick or something, and then like she was hugging him, so she's like, oh, okay, I guess she's not in danger.
Yeah.
Again, he's with like James Stenbeck, so why didn't you go in and help? Like
Yeah.
he's very whatever. He definitely not a hero. This man,
No, he isn't.
piece of work. Anywho, whatever. We'll figure it out. Hopefully we have that episode that we see everything play out because I need to know. If not, I got to read my book, and I
Yeah.
don't want to read. So,
And now, part two of As the World Turns.
November
It's an
18th.
interesting read.
Um,
I did read the back of the book, not where the cast list is. Though I did read some of that because I wanted to see who was who and who was where. And
right.
there's a lot of like interviews, and Martha Byrne actually said that she liked the Wyoming storyline. She called it fun, and I'm like,
I'm like
like
crickets.
cricket, cricket.
It was dumb. I don't know. I
I
get it. I do like it in other things, but I just didn't. I don't know. It just got on my nerves.
yeah,
Probably because Holden was there. So,
that could be it too.
so Ambrose tells Lucinda to hire Holden back. Babs and Hale talk about the gun. Paul hears. Again, he's everywhere in the walls. Hal tells Emily Holden manhandles Lily.
Of course,
She slaps him and runs upstairs. He's like, "We belong together." Oh, no, you don't.
no, 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 no,
Lila
no.
Lila
Sorry.
enjoys having Casey's family there. Roy questions Dusty where he was when James was killed. Monica brought him up, of course, because Monica's always throwing Dusty under the
Under the
bus
bus,
for
under the train,
like
under a form of public
like
transportation.
girl, throw Holden under something because he's a dick.
Yeah.
Lucinda tells Margot that Hoyt's dead. Margot says, "Stop saying Tonio did it,
Hmm.
because you could be an accessory to the fact." I don't know what that is, but I was like, ooh. So I
There's
guess
accessory after the fact, which
she
is if somebody committed a crime and say that they go into your house and you hold them.
okay.
That's accessory after the fact.
What's to the fact though? Maybe she just said
I
it
don't know
wrong.
what the fact is though.
All right, so that's what she said because I wrote it. Um, so yeah, Corinne goes off on Monica. Corinne and Monica are on this episode. And she
Of
said that
course.
she wrestled the gun away from her. First of all, I don't know how many guns are involved either. There was a gun and a duplicate gun and Lucinda's gun, which wasn't a 38, but the other two were.
Hmm.
Trying to keep after this, but it's very difficult as the cops talk about it. But it's
I just want to
complicated.
know if they both reach for the gun so I can start singing Chicago.
Uh, I still got to see Chicago.
Yeah.
Dusty comes. Monica says she used his name to protect Corinne. Blah blah blah. Lying, lying, lying. For James, who's dead. Babs can't remember what happened. She don't remember how she got the gun. No idea.
Hmm.
They fingerprint her. Lucinda asks Holden to come back. He tells her that he works for Tonio now. She's pissed,
Yeah.
but whatever. Is what it is.
What are you gonna do?
Meg Meg questions Holden about James. Margot's worried about Nick killing Craig now. Because, all of that stuff. He had people everywhere and all that stuff.
Hmm.
John thanks Paul for saving him. Because he did, because he was about to get beaten with a rock by James. Um, Casey's party time. I'm a cat here. Sorry.
It happens. I think I have some on my shirt. So
Ugh, in my mouth. Oh, 34. Gotta tell Tommy to edit this out. He better edit it, Tommy.
Mom, you better edit it out. Like, come on.
I might have
Or at
inhaled
least
it.
make it a blooper.
Oh God, no. Eric chokes on a cat hair. I don't lick my cat. I swear. I hope I didn't inhale it. Feels like it went, went
Oh, I hope
through.
not.
take a sip.
Oh, I like your cup. Oh,
Golden
it's
Girl.
Golden Girls.
I got a tall cup like that and this one. All right. This cat is gonna be the death of me. Um, Dusty seems happy with Lily, mentions the jewelry box. Dusty creeps. Roy goes to Corinne and Monica for questioning. Hal tells Babs all the prints are hers. Shannon and Duncan, 11:19. Shannon and Duncan at the police station, as always. It's his part-time job. Should be a cop by now, or detective,
Yeah, I was gonna say should be a detective.
right? He's always there. I'm like, how
Hmm.
close is the police station? It must be right across, the bay or wherever the fuck he is.
Yeah, he probably takes like he probably like does like what they do in Italy with the gondola,
Yeah, yeah. With the singing man.
the singing man.
Um, Babs says she went to the house unarmed, which was
Mm,
interesting. So I'm wondering if Paul took a gun and Emily took a gun, because Emily did take the gun from Fashion, right?
for fashions, yeah.
Corinne and Monica, oh God, keep quiet. Lila's, it's Lila's shower, the wedding shower.
Yay.
I had to make a note of how the party noise. I'm like, I couldn't even hear anybody talking because the party noise was like a party. I'm like,
Yeah.
when you have a fake party in shows, you're supposed to have it quiet so
Hmm.
people can hear the main cast.
Yeah.
Karen always gets on me about this too because that happens on General Hospital. They'll all be at Kelly's. Everybody's talking. I can't hear a thing. I'm like, you're supposed to be able to hear the friggin' dialogue. Like,
Hmm.
annoying. Anywho,
Yeah.
Lila shower is going on. The bachelor party going on. Paul
Bachelorette
confides.
party.
Paul confides in Andy about the gun and the bullets. Trying to keep track of this. I can't. Margot
Hmm.
questions Babs about the gun. She goes off. The story is full of holes, but she believes her. And she says, "Get a lawyer." Tom questions Paul about James. They have a flashback of them talking about him going away, and he didn't want to go with him.
Hmm.
He said he'll miss him. So I guess James was going to let Paul and Emily go, I guess, but we're not 100%.
Yeah.
Well, we are with Paul, but we don't know about Emily for sure.
Hmm.
Just what she said to us. Monica said she what? She lied about Dusty. She names a Richard Miller in his place. I don't think we know who this person is.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
she's just throwing out names, and they big believe her. I'm so confused.
She's just throwing people under the bus just to hide her secret. Like,
She's a liar. Like, don't trust this woman. She lies about
mhm.
everything. Kim gets tough with Andy. They have a little one-on-one, and he finally opens up to her because he's been
Which
holding back and being
yeah, which
angry.
great job with from Catherine Hayes and Scott DeFreitas with that. Like great mother son scenes.
hmm Margot hears Hal and Tom argue over the case. There's new evidence that comes in as Corinne and Monica are about to leave.
Mm-mm.
November 20th. Kim and Andy talk. That's when they have their conversation. I guess it was a long conversation. I went from that episode to this one.
Yep.
Um, Duncan mentions James having the jewels. Monica says James gave it to her because he loved her, and that's when I guess they know, she was officially working for James or doing whatever he wanted her to do, whatever. Holden and Lily talk about him working for Tonio. He says he will be in her thoughts and in her bed.
Ew. Yeah.
And you know it, he says.
Such fuckboy energy. Excuse my language, but such
Uh,
fuckboy energy.
I can't stand him. And she
Ugh,
leaves, which I would.
I
I
would
hate
too.
that they try to get. I hate that they try to give them the Bow and Hope connection. I don't like that at all. Um,
Yeah. No, that only Bo and Hope can get that connection.
Andy admits that Kathy is leaving, and that's his problem,
Hmm.
basically. I forgot about Kathy.
Oh yeah, me too.
She comes up every once in a while. I'm like, oh right, didn't she leave yet? They talk about her leaving like a while ago. Like
Just leave! Oh my gosh, leave!
again, yeah, right. It really no people like to leave. Um, Monica tells when she fell for James. Paul and Emily talk. Don't mention the baby. I guess
Mm.
she's keeping it in a secret for some reason.
I mean,
And they're
because of
checking
James
their
the
story.
baby.
I mean, they're gonna find out when she gets big. Like, what are you doing?
But I'm wondering how far along she is because I feel like I mentioned this in another video. Uh,
Mhm.
when you're in your first trimester, you try not to reveal anything because there is a high risk of a miscarriage, and that's happened to people before, especially people that I've known in real life. So I'm wondering if it's,
True, but I don't think it's that.
but I don't think it's that. I think it's just, I honestly think that's because it's James's baby, and she doesn't want to tell anybody because it's James's baby.
Well, I guess now she can say it's somebody else's. Even though she's probably like a month or two in. But again, we don't know for how long she is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of
Um,
like who else. I mean, Paul, which ill, but
it's in the last episode, silly goose.
no. I'm pretending that I don't know, so that way you can get to the last episode, and we'll, yeah,
You're like Paul. That would not be good.
that would not be good.
Susan and Emily talk. She's upset with Emily again. Lily tells Dusty to ignore Holden's crazy ass.
Hmm.
Margot and Tom talk. Shannon brings up Meg and the curtains. It's like I'm guessing this is going to come to something, but it still doesn't. I feel like it's important. Emily tells Susan to leave. Duncan goes off to check on something, and someone grabs Shannon. Holden crashes while obsessing over Lily. He's thinking of all Lily and blah 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 blah
He
blah.
is. Oh my gosh, the scenes, the freaking
Crash.
scenes. Like it's just him imagining in his mind the way that they made love, which did not happen on the show. It was just, it was her like naked, like him taking her clothes off and her hair coming kind of cascading down her back, and her saying, "Make love to me, Dusty. Make love to me right now."
Yeah, and it drove him off the road. Idiot. November 23rd, 1987. Shannon asks. So Shannon is like, "Isn't this is much?" Yeah, she was knocked out
Hmm.
when he came in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Duncan finds Shannon on the floor. She's like, "Oh, I don't know what happened," and she remembers being grabbed, and then he runs off after whoever.
Hmm.
Because that's what Duncan does. Tom tells Paul, that secrets will come out eventually. So if you're hiding something, it's gonna come out.
Hmm.
Um, Lily feels that something happened to Holden. This is the Bow and Hope moment because something happened. I also feel like doesn't Dusty say like, is he still screaming out there or something?
Is this true out there? What's going on? Why
She's
are
like,
you?
no, I just feel like something happened. Um, Shannon called Roy, and the cops are coming to the castle. I guess it's right across the way since Duncan's always there.
Hmm.
Emily finds Holden. He's fine. He feels sorry for himself. Wah, wah, wah.
Wham, baby.
Lucinda and Pam talk about Dusty. She seems to be handling it pretty well. She's like, oh, whatever. And John comes in and starts talking about like Lily and Dusty, and then she leaves. She's like, all right, I'm done. Lucinda and John make up-ish.
Yeah, selfish.
They
Yeah.
they're like celebrating James's death, kind of, and just
Oh,
talking
let's
about
let's
being
celebrate
independent.
again. Cheers to
Oh wait,
James's death, darlings.
for
Cheers.
now,
I have nothing in my
Mm.
cup.
What a fruitcake.
I forgot to get something to drink for this, but
You just have an empty cup sitting on your table.
I do just in case I need to fill it up with
Oh
soda
my
or
God.
juice or something. I need to just grab it and
Um,
go.
so the where I said that Pam leave. Oh, Pam leaves. Lucinda and John. Oh, I already said that. The cops are talking shit about like talking shit out. They're trying to figure out this and that and whatever. Margot goes off on Tom because he said something about Tonio taking Craig business, and that's why she's all pushing for Tonio to be the killer, and she flips out,
Yeah,
and he deserved that. He deserved some. Oh, I was pissed too. I'm like ridiculous. Margot's
yeah.
the only smart cop there is in town. What are you doing?
Well, Tom's not even a cop; he's a lawyer, isn't he?
Yeah, why is he always there?
Yeah, what is he doing there?
Yeah, he's always there. Like, oh, is he the district? He's not the district attorney because you said
No,
Jessica
Jessica's
is.
the district
She's
attorney.
not. She's not even there. Is he like her assistant? I don't know. I don't know. But he's always there, trying like talking whatever theories and shit.
Yeah, wait, yeah, Jessica wasn't even in these episodes. What was she?
No, not at all.
Oh my gosh.
Um,
I
want to talk
wonder if
about
she was booked and busy early.
Meg's weird dream?
Yeah, sure.
That was weird. Um, she she then we find out that she followed Meg, or no, she followed Tonio, and I don't know what she did up there. Did she just like see he was there and then go home? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Um. So and I guess she has a lot weighing on her mind, so that's why she's having these crazy nightmares.
Yeah, because she had
Um.
the dream with James,
Yeah.
so she keeps having. But then it's in Meg's wheelhouse to be like to have like the. She's kind of
The
like
dreamer.
yeah, she's the dreamer. She's kind of like Nola from Guiding Light.
Oh, okay.
Who else was like
I
this?
didn't
There was
know.
somebody else who was like that. That was like I feel like there was this character who was like this, who's a dreamer. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
thinking Sunset Beach. Annie from Sunset Beach. Yeah,
I do remember some of that.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, she's basically afraid Tony going to be arrested for the murder,
Mhm.
and he's like, "What did?" She said something like, "I saw something," and he's like, "What did you see?" And then like, whatever. Um, and then Tony does tell Meg that he didn't kill James. She saw him wiping blood off his hands. He's like, "That was my blood. I like cut my hand in a bush or something." Whatever.
Yeah,
Um, Holden and Emily banged. That's why I was like, "What?"
what?
So got in a
But
car accident and they banged behind the truck.
but
But what?
I feel like the show was kind of giving us little breadcrumbs that was going to happen because they were talking in a few scenes
Yeah,
before this.
but we didn't know they were gonna bang at the truck. I felt like he should have gone to the
I mean, not
hospital to
bang
get.
at the truck. I mean, like that they were going to get together.
Well, yeah, but that's one thing. This is they banged at the truck. Where he got in a car accident. That's why I said nothing turns me on more than getting in a car accident and then banging right after. Um, weird. Um, so the cops continue to talk these theories, whatever. Duncan's there, of course, because he lives there at the police station. And then they're like, was it Nick? Blah, blah, blah.
Hmm.
Tonio had a grudge. A gun was found. There's a duplicate to Bab's gun. This is all the stuff they're saying.
Hmm.
Um, Duncan's back in the station. Pam's handling being cheated on pretty well. John and Lucinda talk about who could have done it. It was a really fun conversation. I like their moments.
Yeah, me too.
They have good chemistry. Um, Shannon asks about Jeremy Bates, who was the one that painted that portrait of his great 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 grandma or whatever she was.
Ancestor
And
darling.
of course, it's a similar story to his. It was the McKegney curse and whatever bullshit. And he's the
That's
one that
again.
betrayed his great 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 whatever. So it came back, it runs in the family. So you should be used to it and suck it up and deal with it. He's dead. No, get over it. Move on.
But
Um,
Beatrice is happily married and off screen, so I don't think that there is a curse. I'm sorry. I'm not. I guess because I'm not. I don't believe in stuff like
um,
superstitions and stuff like that.
this
And like,
this took a long time to happen. It was a great, great, great somebody. So I mean, yeah, I think Duncan's just crazy.
yeah,
Um, Paul and Andy talk. He's like, keep my secret, and Andy's getting frustrated because he doesn't want to, I guess. I don't know.
hmm,
I mean, I guess just stop being friends with Paul. Like, if it bothers you that much,
yeah.
you don't have to see him.
You really
They're not
don't like
related, right? Are they related? Or are they just friends?
Paul. No, oh, they are through Kim and Barbara. Kim.
What is
So
Barbara's Kim's daughter?
Barbara's mother is Kim's sister. So Jennifer.
Oh, so she's a niece.
Yeah,
She's
so she's
Kim's
niece,
niece.
yeah. So I think so Andy is Kim's son, and then Paul would be Kim's sorry. Kim would be Paul's great aunt, I think.
Oh, okay.
Either great aunt or just aunt. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
how family trees work.
Paul says he has to be protective of Emily because, James is dead. Nobody else is going to watch out for her.
Hmm.
Susan, is an ass. Emily and Holden moved it to the bedroom. They went from, I guess they were close enough to her house.
Yeah.
Now they're in bed. So that was quick. I mean, did he shower? He just
I
got in
like
an
that people go
accident.
to that. That
He
makes
got in
sense.
an accident. He
Yes,
should have went to
it
the hospital. I mean, wasn't the truck like turned sideways? He climbed out of the.
is.
I'm very confused about it. It's very strange.
And then I
The
do
cop.
also wonder if this is his first time, which we find out later in
Oh, jeez.
1996 that it wasn't, and that he was with Molly Conlon.
Oh, they retconned something.
They
Oh,
retconned it,
jeez.
yeah.
So the cops continue to talk about James's death. Roy comes in.
Mhm.
Um, Nick and Emily's prints are on the gun.
Dun dun dun.
On the gun. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that was the gun that was found um at the island, right? There was someone like Nick might have been whoever the assailant was on Shannon
Hmm.
left that gun around somewhere.
Yeah.
I think they found it like as they were getting to the island or something. They said like somebody was trying to like get rid of it.
Hmm.
So yeah, so Nick and Emily's prints are on that gun. Lily and Dusty play house.
Well, Dustin is his real name, yes.
Yeah, but I like Dusty better.
But I
That's
like
what it
Dustin.
actually
Is a cute, great name.
it is. Meg gets a call from Nick.
Dun dun
We think,
dun.
we think. I guess he
Thinking.
says he's Nick, but is it? I don't know.
Mm.
And he says that he saw Tonio shoot James, so they got to do what he says, or he will tell them,
Hmm.
everybody. And that is all that happened in these ones, and it was pretty good.
The
The
sleeves
cops
are
know
definitely
nothing.
sleeping.
Margot's still smarter than all of them. Um, why can't Duncan stay out of the police station? He's always like you would just think at this point, just leave him, let him stay home and go question him there. And like he seems to come and go. Like he's clearly not hiding anything. So what do you need the bucket
Yeah,
for? Whatever. Um, yeah, I like where it's going. Still hate Holden.
yeah,
I like
definitely.
everybody else. Pam kind of grew on me. I don't love her, but
She does. Yeah.
she's a bit of a better character than I expected. Like she's a good girl, but like she's seems smart and stuff,
Hmm.
you know. And like I said, she was handling Dusty's thing pretty nice. So I was like, okay,
Yeah,
she's all right. She's all right. And I did remember her name this time, so okay.
yeah.
It's a
Sabrina and
shame she
Seth
won't
are
be
only in
around
one
though.
episode, so we will just put them
Thank
off to the
God.
side in Siberia.
Yeah, Franny was on too, but only a
Mhm.
little bit. So
Yeah,
again, that story is like just done. I feel like it's just done. Like
yeah.
they don't have another story.
They really don't.
Um, right. They're not even like a side story or even involved in anything. I don't know. It's just kind of there. Backburnered right now.
Yeah. Speaking of, it came up. Her name came up in my mind when you mentioned her. Was Taylor in any of these episodes?
Mm-mm.
So I guess she's done for now.
She didn't leave. She didn't leave town. So yeah,
No,
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe
maybe I
she'll
hope
show
she
up at the
doesn't break up the
wedding.
wedding because that would disappoint me.
No, she probably won't break up the wedding, but I think she'll show up to the wedding. I
Yeah,
think it would be interesting to see her there.
yeah. Well, I wouldn't want her to break up the wedding. I just want her to show up
No,
just and be messy.
no. I need my couple together. They're the only couple I really like. Well, Lucinda and John I like too, but
Yeah, I like
I don't
Lucinda
see
and
them
John a
lasting
lot.
long. They're both crazy, so I mean, I don't anything they're gonna end soon,
Mhm.
I would think. But you said they last a while, right?
They last a good while. Yeah.
Okay. Good. I do like them. I like them together. I think it's a good matchup.
Hmm.
So Babs needs to find a man, I guess. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to say anything, but just
someone besides
based on it was based on the soap opera digest cover, not the book. But
right. I did
she
make
does
note
wind up
of
with somebody very soon. Yes.
I did make note of Paul last time and I forgot to bring it up. His name's Andrew Kavovit.
Kopovit. Yeah.
Um he was in My So-Called Life, which we covered on Queers and
Oh
Soaps.
wow.
He won
Oh,
an
and I forgot.
Emmy for he won an Emmy for his performance as Paul in 1990. He was nominated in 88, 89, and 91. He's a good little
For
actor. That's
ingenue,
why I'm sorry?
for outstanding ingenue, or I guess younger male performer.
Younger actor, yeah.
Okay.
And he won the Emmy for it in 1990. Outstanding
Good.
younger actor.
I like him.
Yeah, he's good. That's why I looked
He's
him
a
up.
lot
I
of
was like,
people's favorite
he's a good little
Paul.
actor. I see why. I mean, he was on a good stretch, 86 to 92. Um, yeah, so he's a good kid. I like him. But he doesn't, I don't think he acts anymore. I did look him up. I forget what he does now. I did look him up and I can't remember. But he does not act any longer, as far as I noticed.
Speaking of which, can you tell the viewers about your run-in with the actress who plays Emily right now in our watch?
Uh,
I
she only liked a comment.
mean, look, what did you say?
What did I say? I said, I think what Alan Locker posted about her music coming out, like as she
Mhm.
released an album, and I was like, oh, we're watching it. I'm watching 1987 right now with the year she came on, and I'll have to check it out. That's all, and she liked it or hearted it or something.
Is she harder than
Cared
yeah?
about it. Cared about it, I
She
think.
cared about it, yeah.
And I was like, oh, I didn't even know well, I
Oh,
guess, it's Alan Locker, so all of the soap
yeah,
geeks follow him, so.
yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, that's so funny. And I messaged you immediately.
Yes.
I'm like, look at that.
So she
I'm like,
does have
thank
an
God I
album
didn't
out. Her
say
name is
anything bad.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
So her name is Melanie Smith. She plays Emily. In case you're unaware, she's actually a lot of people's favorite Emily, just like Paul. Andrew is a lot of people's favorite Paul. So she's a great actress. I remember seeing clips of this Emily from like a little later, and I like her a lot.
Do you know if she always sang? I didn't watch the interview,
I didn't
so I
watch the
don't
interview
know.
either. I need to watch it.
Alright. So yeah, she sings now. She has an album. I'm sure it's on Amazon Music, which is what I listen to.
Hmm.
So I do want to look it up. Just curious.
I'll have to check it out on Spotify, which is what I do. So
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I got for this week.
I'm trying to think if there's anything more that I need to add to it. Holden sucks. Holden sucks. Holden sucks. And Holden sucks.
And we're almost in 1988. We have 14 episodes left to watch.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, doesn't seem like the whole month of December is there, so I'm sad. But
Yeah.
if
I'm
anybody
sad.
got it, shoot it our way.
Do we at least have Christmas? We'll have to find
Mm.
out. Well, I mean, Christmas like episodes. I don't think the show aired on Christmas because
I really just want the James Senbeck finale. Like if we're gonna find out, I would like to see everything that happened that night. Like who
yeah.
saw it. Like I want to see somebody pulling up, and then like we're getting bits and pieces. So I'm hoping we get an episode where they figure everything out. But I
Mm,
don't know when. It doesn't seem like it's anytime soon because I have no idea who did it.
maybe it's February
So
sweeps.
yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm thinking, does
Because
that mean it
they
is?
seem to play towards they placate towards the sweeps months. Just like,
Right, and it
oh,
takes
we missed the
and
whole Franny Sabrina reveal in the last February sweeps. So hopefully
right,
we get this
yeah, I know,
1988's
I know.
February sweeps.
Fingers
Fingers
crossed.
crossed.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
anything more to add?
Nah, I'm excited for more, as always.
All right. Thank you for watching Queers and Soaps as we cover As the World Turns 1987. Please, if you have the funds, donate to our Patreon. We have a few As the World Turns episodes, including one from 1983. And as always, you can follow us on the socials at Queers and Soaps. And until next time, bye.
Bye, y'all.